If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go ahead and download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another podcast episode. I'm your host, Uncle Smells Alive. This is a take 2 of the podcast because somebody screwed it up. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my first original guest at this time, Dom.
Hey. What's good, Uncle Rucker?
The person who screwed up the podcast.
You're getting thrown under the bus already for this one, Dane.
He's just jealous because I'm a famous actor. I'm Bela Lugosi. He doesn't even know who I am, but I'm famous.
You know what Bela Lugosi is?
Yeah.
I've never
Bela
heard
Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi.
You never heard of a little movie called Dracula 1931, Jon?
I have, but just because I haven't heard of it doesn't mean that I've heard of Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi plays Count Dracula.
Oh my. Are you happy with yourself?
Only if you admit that the Universal monster movies are really good.
Why do you keep muting yourself?
Because I'm afraid that I might breathe heavily and it might sound weird.
Dude, I mean, you've
Are you
already
self-conscious?
Yeah, you've done it before.
Yeah, you do a lot.
Like that?
That's what do they call it? Hyperventilating.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a weird word, hyperventilating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
My life is counterintuitive.
Anyway, Dom,
are we using big words on this podcast?
Sure, go for it.
All
I
right.
don't care. I may not know half of them. We were talking about in take 1 before someone screwed it up.
Yeah, now I have to tell the story all over again, don't I?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go for it. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Dane.
Thanks, Dane.
Anyway.
Hurry this up. I'm getting a little gassy, you know?
Oh my gosh.
All right, so I was in West Virginia this
Yeah,
past
you were.
weekend. Yeah, I was. You're right, John. Yeah, I was. All right.
I was trying to do
So-
it, but I kept thinking about him screwing up.
It's pretty soon after. Are you okay?
Yeah,
It's pretty soon after my last trip. It was about 3 weeks ago.
you were in two
But we
places.
came back this time. John's from West Virginia also, but I've known John for 6 years and we've never actually
Came close up.
met in real life. Yeah, we're like the Krusty Krab and the Chum Bucket. You know, we're right across the street. You know.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, you had mentioned to me, you said, "Hey, I'm here in Inwood. We're going to go to what the hell was it called?"
There's like a little light Christmas festival or something going on.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm down for it. And then I thought about it later. I'm like, oh crap, what is his dad actually going to think of me when he comes up? Oh,
He wasn't even there.
really? I thought he
don't worry about
was.
that. No, everyone's so intimidated by him.
Well, it's not the fact of him. It's just the fact of what he would think if he would see me.
What? They chubby, small grandpa figure
Yeah.
of the internet.
Yeah, basically. I like how you point out my weight. The chubby, small grandpa.
It's a characteristic, all right? If you were to say a characteristic of me, it'd probably be skinny, small, white dude
I just call you
with a beard. So.
I basically call you a child, though.
I always said if like anyone was gonna play Satan in this call, it'd be Dom, because he kind of looks like evil with the facial hair. I don't know why. He looks kind of like devious, doesn't he?
Well, here's the thing that always had me wondering, which we actually did not talk about this in take 2, thanks Dane.
Yeah.
but I've always noticed in most of your pictures, like, your eyelid it's like Billie Eilish, whatever you want to call it.
Billie Eilish. I was
Billie
just
Eilish,
thinking
yeah.
that.
Yeah, because like her eyes are like halfway down to her eyeball, and whenever you're like taking a picture, it's like halfway down your eyeball. Like, I've seen you open your eyeballs.
I think that's most people, by the way, John.
Like,
I'm going through my pictures right now, and maybe it's because of all these pictures I'm related to these people, because I'm looking and there's like a picture of me with like my brother, my cousin. There's one with like my grandparents.
I normally look like
literally, I don't know, maybe it's just I'm related to all these people and we all do that, but like, I don't know, I'll try to find one where it's a person I'm not related to on my phone right now, which may be a little hard, but
I normally do that when I'm really tired. Like, my eyeball's like halfway through and I'm like, oh.
The truth is, John, I'm always tired.
Sometimes I'll believe it.
He's a college kid.
I wake up.
I
have the same schedule every day. I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then go back to sleep for another hour, and then I'll shoot some people a message and say, "Yo, have a good day at school." When I usually, my brother and stuff like that, family, have a good day at work, check up on some people, and then I'll start the day grind. Usually make a breakfast, go for a little walk the dogs, and then it's college, and then I'll probably get a break around like 12 o'clock, and that's when I'll call my grandma. And then it'll be probably like 2, I'll take a 1 hour power nap, and then, by the time I wake up, probably like 3:30ish usually. Then I might have like a little bit more stuff to do for college before I like check on with everybody online and whatnot. And then throughout, if I ever have free time, that's when I'll record like a YouTube video. But I haven't been streaming that much lately. So, and with the West Virginia trip too, it's also been.
I'm thinking about redoing college.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like really go though. It was like for 2 days, and then I had to drop all my courses because of family situation of wanting to move, and we're still looking. So by the time we find one, I'm gonna transfer what I have to another college and only do part-time. Anyway, I do have a question to ask the both of you, and Dane, please unmute your microphone.
Why?
Because I can tell when your microphone's muted.
How can you tell when my mic is muted?
Because it's super quiet.
I know what you are, but what am I?
I don't know how to finish that. But anyway, my question...
Ask your question. Yeah.
My question is, when you both wake up, and hopefully I'm not the only one that does this, do you both have a really good morning fart?
No, John, that's just you, John. I think that's because you're getting old.
You know what? Sometimes it's not a usual thing. It's more of like a, hey, that was interesting.
Like, I wake up usually in the morning sometimes, and I feel bloated, and when I apply pressure...
You do a trumpet impression, right, with your butt?
No, I just lean over and it farts, and I just groan for a little bit going, okay, I feel much better. Yeah, I just wanted to ask that question. I just wanted to see if I was the only one that was alone doing that, and apparently I am. I just like farting. I really do. But thank you. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for encouraging me to continue onward with life.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I want you to shut down the podcast because of that question.
But no, I'm leaving that in there.
I want you to shut down the podcast. Just saying that question, John.
So, I haven't seen it yet, but have both of you seen Joker?
I have.
Nah, I want to.
It
I
is
just, like I said, I've been out of
excelente.
town, so.
don't know if we're going to get it on Blu-ray or if we're going to get it period.
Oh yeah, of course we will.
You need to check it out. Yeah,
Yeah, of course we will.
Someone from Tiger Belly podcast I was listening to said that they didn't like it because
Ignore my background. I don't know what's going on. I think they're like. I think my
is that
sister.
Papa Shango?
She's giving the dog a bath or something. I don't know. Like. I don't know what's going on.
that was like the second noise I heard. I didn't want to say anything about it, but it got loud.
Yeah, I live with humans.
No.
I know. Imagine being able to live on your own at 21. You can't do it in this economy in the South.
I don't think you can do it, period.
Not nowadays.
Yeah.
Dude, I liked that joke. Do that joke again. Like, economy. What's that shit?
So, anyway, something I want to go ahead and talk about here real quick. I was going to bring this up on a solo podcast, but I didn't want to. Yeah, my Wi-Fi. I told Dom about this, but I didn't tell you, Dane, because I don't think you probably would have cared, but you're still going to hear it anyway.
Oh, you told me that you've been having Wi-Fi problems.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know. Okay. Well, anyway.
Message me about it.
No, I didn't.
I think you did.
No.
I think no. Oh, you said it in a call with us because you kept dropping out, and you're like,
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
Well, anyway, as I was getting ready to head to bed that exact night, my computer just decided to restart all on its own. I'm like, okay, don't know why. And it comes back on. I have no internet, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna wait for it to kick back on. 5 minutes passed by, still no internet. Checked to see if there's any Wi-Fi connection. My computer acted like there was no Wi-Fi at all. So I'm like, what do I do? And yeah, I spent maybe about a good hour trying to figure that out. Went to bed, then woke up the next morning, tried it again, and then I found out that, well, not found out, but I realized that I had to take it downstairs and see if I could get a good connection. Plugged it in with the Ethernet cord, and yeah, it works just fine. Now I'm on 2 bars. Sometimes I go 3, but yeah, I lost internet connection. Pretty boring story, but I thought it was pretty interesting. Anyway, Dane, your life. What you got cooking? Oh, please take please take your time. Your stories are such a wonderful masterpiece.
I saw Joker, and my mom got really concerned.
Why?
Yeah.
Because me and my dad walked out of the theater laughing. And my mom was like, it wasn't funny. And I was like, well, I mean, before he started, like, killing people, I guess it was kind of funny, you know? And my mom's like, no, it wasn't. I was just like, come on. You didn't like that joke? And then she's like, she's just like, okay, that was kind of funny. But, like,
oh, shoot, you're turning it.
But she's like, the movie itself wasn't funny. It's like, and I was like, I don't know, there were some pretty funny moments. And my dad was like just repeating lines from it, and we were laughing hysterically in the parking lot. And then everybody was just looking at us like, the fuck is wrong with these clowns?
We live in a society.
You know, I can no longer go see a movie unless I go maybe a mile down the road to where it's now Regal Cinema.
Oh, damn, I said the F word again in this podcast.
I don't care if you do.
I'm gonna get in trouble from Jon. The Jon police are gonna arrest me.
Yeah. Woo, woo, woo. Pull over.
That's the sound of the police. Woo, woo, woo.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, okay.
So
you're both not gonna go with it. Okay.
West Virginia,
Jon, I got a question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Dane's
Go
not
for
much
it.
of a YouTuber. Is there any like secret footage, like Uncle Jon videos that like someone else has recorded? Like, I'll give you an example. Okay. So my little cousin looks up to me, and he knows I do the YouTube thing. And he's probably like one of the only people who watches my my content, which is very very supportive. But in the same way, I'm also like, not every content I put out is probably
the best,
like age appropriate for like a 9-year-old. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't know if my 9-year-old cousin should be watching some of my content. Like I don't go too crazy, but like some of the games I play, like for instance, like if it's like GTA or Gears or one of the more selective violent games in that regard.
Or some of the TEW streams we do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's a big fan of wrestling, so like all the wrestling stuff I do is not bad. Like Fire Pro and the new Chikara game, WWE, and stuff like that. I mean, TW kind of, there's no way he'd kind of really get into that at that age. I mean, Mike Bro, like him and his son did a thing for it. They did like a co-op game or something, or series. But the point is that he was like, can you help me make my YouTube channel, and so I can subscribe to you and I can like all your videos. And I'm like, heck yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like commenting on all the videos and whatnot, buddy. And then while I was there Saturday, it might have been Sunday, I think it was Saturday, he's like, you want to record a YouTube video? And I'm like, sure. And I'm like, what do you record a YouTube video on? He's like, we're gonna have a Royal Rumble. And I'm like, oh shoot. So he gets this like bag full of like action figures, like a whole ton of these WWE action figures,
I think
right?
I know where this is going.
And we straight up have a Royal Rumble. And your boy Kofi Kingston wins this Royal Rumble. Spoiler alert, by the way.
Oh.
The problem is that he can't, like, his internet's so slow he can't actually upload the video. So it's like there, like on his account, but he can't actually upload it. Unless he gets like better internet, which stinks. But it's a really nice
What kind of
video.
internet do they have?
So it's nothing great. They don't even have 5G on their
Why doesn't he
router.
send it to you?
Because he did it. You know how like on the YouTube app you can hit like just record. He did it that way, so it doesn't save on the phone. Stinks. But it was really cool. He had nice, like, I was like, you want to do the intro? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, what's up, guy? And he just like me. It's kind of funny. He's like, what's up, guy? This is Caleb. He's like, I'm here with my cousin Dom. And pans the camera over to me. And I'm like, hey, what's good? And he's like, we're going to be doing a Royal Rumble today. And Kofi just eliminates everybody. He
Who played
does
as Kofi?
My cousin, because you gotta make him look strong. You gotta put him over. So even during like the little Rumble match, there was a part where Eric Rowan and Luke Harper threw out Kofi, but Kofi did the little handstand thing and then did like a front flip and then clotheslined them both out of the ring. True story, guys. True story. He became the United States Championship because the Royal Rumble was for the United States Championship for some reason.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's cool, though.
Great times, dude. Great times. It was cool, though, because, like, I haven't played with action figures since I was probably his age, too. So, like, to hear him be like, oh, yeah, let's have a wrestling match and record this for YouTube. I'm like, this is actually pretty fun, you know? Like, I couldn't do it at my age at all, but it was fun. It was feeling young again.
You could be like Zack Ryder and have your own fig fit.
That's true. I guess I could, yeah. So I mean, playing action figures alone is very saddening if you think about it.
No, I used to do it all the time and come up with storylines for them.
What I need
You
to
saying
do
I'm a
is,
sad person?
What I need to do, yes. What I need to do is that when I was his age, also, like the ruthless aggression was really big at the time, and it was like very bloody. What I would do is I'd actually have my action figures, and I would have like little red markers, and I would like do like little red marker splotches to show like they were bleeding and stuff like that. So I remember,
I did stuff
like a
like
lot
that.
of them just had like tons of
I
blood.
also did like loser. You have to lose by breaking your opponent's leg off, and I'd like rip the leg off of that, and then I'd be like, "Oh crap, I
Like,
broke it."
Wrestling Revolutions right there.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
dude, I
fun.
love that game. Me and Lane were playing that the other day.
It's crazy. It's a crazy game.
Dude,
It's
you need
great.
to play with us. It's great.
Oh man.
I'm
He
so
loves,
waiting
like,
for the
30
question.
He does the 30.
That was the question, John. I told
Yeah.
you my story, now you gotta tell yours. Does that even exist? It may not.
He said, "Do you have
oh.
like a secret video?"
Yeah, has someone recorded like a video that like
Never got posted.
you're a part of? not a video that you've recorded, but someone else recorded for.
I remember,
it wasn't for my channel; it was for his channel too.
I remember at a time I was on Omi, which sometimes is a good day, sometimes not so much. And I remember this young dude appeared on there, and I couldn't see him, but I could hear him talking. And he's like, by the way, I'm recording a video for YouTube. You mind if I could use you? And I'm like, I'd rather you not. He's like, why? I'm like, it just won't come out the right way. Just don't.
That's camera shy.
No, I don't know where this kid came from. I really don't. He just came out of nowhere, and he's like, by the way, I'm recording a video for YouTube. I'm like, okay.
You were like, what's YouTube?
And
then that's when Jon made a YouTube channel. Well,
and then he's like, what's your YouTube name? I'm like, oh no. and
the Uncle Jon.
He's like, what is that? I'm like, Uncle Jon. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you mind if I use you for my video? I'm like, rather you not. And he's like, why? And I said, because it's not gonna look good. So, I mean, if he was older, probably wouldn't mind it, but he wasn't. And then I clicked skip because that didn't feel great for him to ask me, can I use you for my video? And I'm like, no. I think that's like the only one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was just really...
Was it one of those like Omegle prank videos? Is that what he's going for?
He
Pranked.
He didn't
Pranking old people on Omegle.
He didn't
Gone
go
wrong.
like too much into detail about it. He's like, I'm just doing a video, and I kind of thought maybe it was because he was recording something for like Omi, like prank calling people or doing weird stuff to people on Omi. I don't know what it was. But he just asked me, and I'm like, nah, I'd rather you not. And
I did this weird video on Omegle where I had a jigsaw mask on, and I like lifted my shirt and I started rubbing my nipple, and this guy's like eyes got wide, and he's like, woo.
Yeah, sometimes there's some good people in there to have a good conversation with, and other times there's some things you just don't want to see.
Yeah, like a guy in a jigsaw mask rubbing his nipple.
I haven't been on there in like probably upwards to like 5 years, and the last time I was on there, I was in high school, and this was back when my buddy Johnny was still alive. I remember he found a girl on there that he actually started talking to, and I think he was gonna start dating her too, which was funny.
I haven't really used it in years, more than 3 years.
I would have thought it would have shut down by now. Like,
no,
you know
it's
things
fun
like,
on there.
Like, you know how things come to an end? Like,
Yeah.
What is it? Not the thing before TikTok. Well, Vine and
Well, I can give you a
Musically,
bunch of
stuff
examples.
like that.
Blog TV.
Who?
Yeah.
Remember Blog TV.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
That's the old days.
I
That's
heard
what
of
like
a Justin TV or something. of that
Justin
nature.
TV is old school too. Yes. The guy that played Fred used to be on Justin TV all the time.
I heard some guy killed himself live on there. For
Probably.
pills. Like, he said he was going to commit suicide or something, and I'm like, why would you do that on live TV?
Is Ustream still around?
Yeah,
I think
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm asked sometimes if I'm on there. I'm like, no.
VidMe got shut down recently. They shut it down themselves.
And just to think, I started an account on there too.
Me too.
Yeah, that was sad.
So promising too.
I don't know about that. Maybe to you. It
I
didn't.
it had the old YouTube feel where it was like, this is the #1 ranked video of the thing. This is the most subscribed to channel. This is the.
Maybe?
It kind of had like this underground. You don't remember old YouTube. You weren't around when I was around, John.
When was it the first time I discovered YouTube?
You don't remember '07 YouTube?
I got onto YouTube when I was probably in middle school, and yeah, no, I was in high school when I got onto it.
You don't remember? Do you remember Do you remember the 5 stars? 5-star ratings? Do you remember the banner that used to be on the side over the description box that used to be on the
I
side?
used to recall the banner. I used to recall when the video was like 480p.
Yeah.
I hated 480p.
I love
John, that was like the best back then, remember?
Yeah, that was sick. That was cool. And you'd be like, rate 5 stars, please, if you really enjoyed the video. 5 stars.
Nowadays, it's just slap a like on the button, subscribe, post notifications, share.
You used to be able to say hit the yellow subscribe button. Now I don't even think it's yellow anymore.
It's red.
What?
It's
yeah,
red.
you're right. Wait, no, it was yellow at one point, wasn't it?
It was at one point, but now it's red. And they also moved the subscribe count too, which used to be next to the subscribe button, but now it's above. What was it? I can't remember where it's at now. It's like somewhere near the name, I think. I don't know. They've changed too much on it. I really hate the studio version.
The layout.
Yeah, I hate
Like,
it.
studio's still kind of a pain in the butt to like manage. I have some like technical problems with it here and there.
I hate it. I can't stand it. Like, I try so hard to go back to classic, but it's like, no, we want you over here. I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to be over there, not here.
You're like, take me home.
Yeah, it was a lot easier using classic. I don't get the point of studio. But, you know, by the way, I really hope that YouTube stops with the YouTube Rewind bullcrap. It's getting stupid.
You don't like Fortnite?
And Marcus Brownlee.
I don't mind Fortnite.
I don't even remember the joke.
Marcus Brownlee?
That's what it was, yeah.
I don't mind Fortnite. I just hate the stupid joke behind it. And my question is, why did they have Ninja, of all people, to be in that?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Because he posts stream highlights. That's how I
Yeah,
got
but he's not a YouTuber.
He is.
No,
He posts
he's
stream
not.
highlights.
No, he is not a YouTuber at all.
He is.
He's a streamer for now, Mixer, formerly Twitch.
He used to post stream highlights for years, dude.
Yeah, stream highlights, not actually being a YouTuber. That's like
Still content. It's not good content.
That's like saying Dr. Disrespect was a YouTuber, although he only posts stream clips.
Still
I
kind
didn't
of.
even know he had a channel.
Yeah, he does. Dr. Disrespect. And I don't know who does his video editing, but whoever does it, I mean, there's a lot of money put into the product.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of money do you think Dom puts into his product?
5 cents.
We lose money actually. We don't make money.
Ooh,
What?
Yeah,
How much did you lose?
He's going the opposite way.
yeah, we're going the opposite way. Man.
Yeah, how much?
Just
did
like
you
this
lose?
podcast right here, we're losing money on this one.
I don't know. That depends. If the both of you share it and some people actually watch it, I may make maybe about a penny or two.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
I remember.
Buy grape soda.
I made quite a bit. Not too bad, but I made quite a bit. And hopefully I get back up there. But anyway.
Just make reaction videos again.
Oh yeah, John. Go
Make a second channel. Just make John reacts.
I was really hoping you wouldn't go there because, like, it's okay. However, if I were to do a react, I would have it unlisted and say, here's a react video. Just watch it. I don't want to even have it public at all.
Oh, it gets a lot of views. If you want views,
No, I don't really want that. Not
you
for
don't want
reaction.
views. Okay.
Not for reaction, no.
Yeah, I mean, reaction videos are kind of lazy, but they make money.
I just don't like doing a lot of reactions. I like watching them. I just don't like doing it.
Like, hey, it's me, Jon, and I'm gonna react to Lindsey Borden.
I think, really,
Did you get that reference?
I did. I've also seen the movie. Can't believe they went nude in that movie.
Oh, they made a movie of that.
Yeah. It's called Lizzie.
Oh, I didn't know they made a movie about it. I
Yeah,
just know about the case.
the girl that what was her name? Kristen something, I can't remember. She played in Twilight.
Stewart.
Kristen Stewart. Yeah.
Yeah, she plays in the movie and she's naked.
Shout out to naked Kristen Stewart, everybody.
I mean, to be truthful, like, it's not really a spoiler to really say anything about it. I mean, she was naked when they were doing the scene about Lizzie's father being murdered.
Oh, dude, what?
Yeah, she was naked the whole time.
Well, what perspective does the movie take? Does it take that Lizzie actually did it, or do they take the nobody knows who did it?
They took a guess on who did it, and the guess was Lizzie.
Yeah, that's like the most famous
Because, like,
thing.
whatever her face's name is, Stewart, who played whatever the character's name in the movie, the plan was for her to kill Lizzie's father. And she was going to go about doing it, however, she had cold feet. And then Lizzie came behind her, grabbed the axe, and just whacked him really hard with it.
Got him.
And I'm like, oh, that's brutal.
That's what we call a vibe check, ladies and gentlemen.
And one thing I don't get is, like, whenever a photo emerges onto YouTube about that kind of murder, they always censor it. However, I don't get why they would censor it, because you can't really see the gruesome part. It's like super blurry. I just don't get it.
People are just afraid they'll get demonetized, even if it's not that gory. They're like, can't risk it getting demonetized. I might lose all my 10 cents that I'm gonna make.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the photo. You can barely tell that. I mean, that his
Jon,
face
10
was
cents.
deformed.
10 cents, Jon. Think of what you can get for 10 cents.
You could buy a popcorn in a movie for 10 cents.
10 cents, probably.
You can buy the kernel, not the popcorn. It's not popped yet.
A
grain of wheat. For 10
Just a
cents.
grain?
Yeah, just a grain.
Dang, that's.
How about a pinch of like salt from that guy that like does that stupid salt meme where he like throws the salt. Yeah.
What do they call them? Salt Bay or something?
Yeah, Salt Bay. Maybe you can get some of that.
By the way, does anyone actually know what the word bay means?
We talked about this on a podcast, Jon.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
When?
Yeah, you definitely. said
I
this
guarantee
on a
you, I've
podcast.
sat through a podcast where we've talked about this.
Do you know what it's called, though? It's actually it's translated in Danish.
Yeah.
You always say it's something about poop, right?
It's poop.
Yep. Well, bay's technically a swear word, though, in Danish.
It means the shits, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It basically means shit.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Well, this has been a beautiful podcast,
yeah,
Jon.
it has. It has. And
Very,
honestly,
very, very nice.
honestly,
Very, very informative.
we're 3 minutes over than what we were.
It only took 2 takes.
Yeah.
2 takes.
I feel like the Joker. You'll get that when you see the movie.
I actually do want to see that movie.
Yeah, you'll see the movie.
So, Dwayne Johnson's in a new movie coming out next year.
What's it called?
Jungle Cruise.
All right.
Isn't he in the new Jumanji movie?
Mm-hmm. Number 2, Next Level. I want to see that.
Did you see the trailer for it?
Yes, it's funny.
It is interesting.
My dad sat there and right at the funny part, I was laughing my head off, and I look over at him just to see his reaction. He just sits there, just
What's so funny, John?
nothing. I'm like, you're kidding? That was funny. He's like, okay. I went, ugh.
You got a weird sense of humor, John.
I've been told that before. My parents think I do have a weird sense of humor. I mean,
Well, they think you have a weird sense of humor. Wait till they meet Lenny.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think I would want that.
Like, Lenny comes over to your house and your mom's like, spaghetti's, it's ready. And you're like, ha, spaghetti, ready. And then he starts banging his head on the table and they're like, what is he doing? You're like, I don't know.
I think that would be you.
That would be me. But you know, Lenny would probably join me.
Why?
I don't know.
Comical
Because-
relief?
I don't know. He might think it's funny too.
Now, I did want to go ahead and say this here real quick, though. Just because it's my podcast doesn't mean I'm the one to ask questions. I mean, you guys can ask me questions or each other questions if you want.
We did ask you questions, John.
I'm just saying. Just to throw that out there.
This is the Uncle Jon interview.
But by the way, to any future guests out there,
Future Jon.
don't start. To any future guests out there, if you're on the podcast, don't be afraid to ask me a question. That PSA.
Do I have to put my hand up?
Sure, why not?
I don't want to put my hand up, John.
Okay. Don't put your hand up. Anyway, I don't know. Well, no, Dane. I don't know if Dane can do this. No, Dane can't do this.
I don't know how to whistle.
No, it's not that.
Oh.
What's your iOS thingy, Dane? Please-
What's my what?
Your iOS update. What is it on? Since I don't have like a iPhone SE like Dom over there,
Hey, what's good?
who has a iOS probably 13 right now.
I don't know. I don't really update it because I have everything I need. Let me see.
What iOS are you on right now, Dom? I'm on
1.12.1, but it wants me to go to 1.13.
It wants me to go to 12.4.2, whatever that is.
I'm on that one right now. Anyway, have
Oh, it wants me to do dark mode. Maybe I will update it actually.
AEW Dark.
I need at least 2.4 gigabytes of storage to update. I don't know about if it's worth it.
have
Then.
you ever wanted to play a game off of your phone or iPod in Dane's matter?
Yeah, I played COD Mobile, John.
Never mind.
I tried to play one with this like anime girl in it, and it crashed my thing because some person that I was talking to was playing it. It's like it's a good game, and I was like, okay, I'll try it, and then it just like wouldn't work.
I downloaded this thing called the Old Store, and it's free. It's a pain in the butt to upload. It's a pain in the
Download.
butt. No, not to download. It's like a pain in the butt to really install though, because it's got to install to the phone in order for the app to work. The device must be synced up to the iTunes Wi-Fi, and that's why I have mine on right now, synced up. But I just thought I'd ask.
This is my buddy Dom over here.
Yeah,
He wants to tell you all not to use drugs.
I do want to say, as
Tell
I
him not
raise
to
up my
use
microphone and move it around a bit,
Tell him not to use drugs.
I will be reading Dreamland once I get it tomorrow, and then
You gonna do a book review?
on
I'm
YouTube.
probably going to do a book review. No, not on YouTube. God, no. I actually want to get reviews.
No, book reviews get reviews. You just gotta give it a like really poppy title. Like
I'm not gonna give it a poppy title. I'm just gonna do it off a podcast.
just give it like how many Martians live in Area 51? Question mark.
7. Who
Really?
knows? I don't know. I just made up
I don't
that
know.
number.
Or take like a interesting part of the book and be like, dun
Well,
dun 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 dun.
It's like what we were talking about on Take One. Although the joke's kind of running off for blaming Dane on that. Thanks, Dane, by the way. I guess
I hope your team loses the Super Bowl.
Joke's on you. I don't watch football.
Well, still, you're fucked. I just put a curse on your team.
I don't care. I don't watch football anyway. I forgot what I was gonna say. Thanks, Dane. Oh yeah, Mole. I've been thinking about.
Oh my gosh, the return of Mole.
Mole 4?
I thought it was Mole 3.
No,
Mole 3 already came out.
Yeah,
Was it Mole 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
Mole
done
3 is
three.
on
Yeah.
Newgrounds.
Yeah,
It's on Newgrounds. What?
yeah,
It's on Newgrounds.
yeah. It's on Newgrounds.
What is it, 2004?
Maybe. I will say though that I don't care for Mole 3 at all.
What about Mole the movie? It'd be like 60 minutes.
You should do like Mole 2 Definitive Edition or something like that.
But here's the thing. I'm working on Mole 4 and I never released Mole 3.5. Spoiler.
Yeah.
Can Dom be in Mole?
Why do you suggest people to be in Mole?
Neck Mole.
I don't know. I want some familiar voices when I'm listening to Mole. I'll mark out. I'll be like, holy,
All 2 minutes of the
Dom's
video.
in it. Dom's in it. Dom's in it. Technically.
Why? Dane actually had a role in it.
I did.
Yeah, it was Mole 3.5.
I never got the script.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, didn't want to do it, so I skipped
I
it.
miss Cat Cop.
I don't even know what Cat Cop is.
People have missed Cat Cop before. And
We missed it for some years.
well, honestly, I don't know where I want to go with it, to be honest. Like, it's a great story to put together until I do the story, and it's like, what's the point of doing it? I mean,
What's it called?
Wasn't Oh wait, I can't say that. That might be a spoiler.
I'll go for it. I don't care.
I was gonna ask if Mole was gonna shoot off into another series.
No.
I've heard rumors about that.
No. I
It's
don't know.
gonna be-
I don't know where you heard those rumors from, but no, there's no other series.
What? What happened to that Grandfather series?
Oh, that one.
Is that a spoiler? Do we need to cut this part? Do we need to restart the podcast?
Just for this part, yeah.
No, you're fine. I was going to do Grandpa and I, but I didn't really want to go through all that work. And it was going to be heavily uncensored.
Well, Uncle Jon and I.
Because of a certain scene.
What?
Yeah, there was a certain scene in Grandpa and I that was going to be heavily uncensored. I was thinking about putting it on YouTube, heavily censored. And then I thought, I really don't want my channel being nuked.
If Dom's channel's still up, you're okay.
I don't do anything risky though on my channel.
You are a liar.
What's the riskiest thing I've done on my channel?
That's a good
There's some
question.
heavy profanities in some of your videos.
I don't know about that one. They're not from me though. They're from
Especially in your
my wonderful
TEW
friends.
videos.
I don't know actually. I don't know if I'd say they're that heavy though.
Not really.
I think they are.
Like
Some
compared to like
things
stuff I
Nolan
watch
said.
on compared to stuff that I watch on YouTube normally, it's like maybe it's not that bad actually.
Speaking of video games, like, what's your all's take about I might as well ask. Fortnite, the brand new Chapter 2.
It's not bad.
I don't like it that much. It's really different, and people are just too much of a tryhard in the game. They don't know how to have fun. They just...
What was the last time you played?
Tonight.
No. I mean before the update.
Oh,
People have always been tryhards in that game, John. And by people, I mean every 12-year-old.
A week ago?
Yeah.
No, couple days. It was a few days maybe. Last week, I was in Team Rumble,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm like, well, I'm at 72. I might as well stop here. 71 or 72 for.
I never played Fortnite because I'm not 13.
Well, you're not 12 either.
And
so,
you don't have siblings either. So.
Yeah.
I do have siblings. What?
Not young siblings or young relatives.
Not young, no.
Well, I don't have any like young relatives or siblings either, but well, I do have young relatives. But I do have like an old sibling, but she's not older than me though. But yeah.
Have you challenged her to a duel yet?
Have I what?
Challenged her to a duel yet?
1v1 on Fortnite.
Most of the time it wasn't even a challenge. It was mostly she walk up to me, slap me upside the head, and I turn around and slap her upside the head.
Dang, dude.
And then she's like,
Yeah.
what'd you do that to me for? And I'm like, you did it to me. And then she slaps me harder, and I slap her back. And she's like, I'm a girl, right? I went, slap me again, we'll find out.
Oh.
She slaps me again, I slap her harder. And she's like, Mom, he's hitting me. Who started it? She's like, wait, what?
Only on the Uncle Jon Podcast.
Yo.
Yeah, I miss our relationship, I do.
You had a relationship.
Yeah, with
With
my
your sister.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, it is West Virginia, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you
Sorry, I
talking about?
I had to make the joke.
Oh, come. Jeez. I just missed my relationship with my own sibling.
That's my one takeaway. If there's one thing that is like a definitive statement I will say on this podcast I want everyone to hear, is that don't let that slip. And that is like what I like fear over. That is my paranoia, is that I'm going to go from a stage of being really close with people who I talk to every single day and then never hear from them again.
It's a
not
feeling.
in the sense of like someone passing away, but in the sense of like, because that's something else, but in the sense of like just drifting apart.
It's a horrible feeling. It really is. I mean, yeah, I still wish I had a really good connection with my sister. But there were times we hadn't talked in years. I mean, we still haven't talked in a long time. And most of the time it just feels like I'm the only child in the family. And yes, people out there, yeah, I'm 29 years old, almost 30. I'm still a child of my parents. You're always
I think everyone's a child of their parents.
Yeah, you're going to be a child until your parents are long gone. Then you're like, well, shoot.
Well, why do you fight with your sister? Did she steal your Nikes?
It was just one of those things we had bonding together in a way until like some guy hurt her, and then I'd get involved with it pretty quickly. And I'm like,
Yeah, remember, John was a bodybuilder.
wow.
Oh, he was. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he'd mess him up.
I saw pictures.
I was pretty thick back then. I mean, I'm thick fat now, but back then I was pretty thick with muscle.
Are you gonna go back to Muscle John?
If I gain up the courage to do so.
Oh, dude, Muscle John would be awesome.
I miss having muscle. I really do. It was super awesome. I had like a lot of energy, and now it's like
Now you're like Hank from like
I get up out
like
of
King of the Hill.
I get up out of bed and I'm like, oh, I really don't want to do this. And then half the time when I get up out of bed, I almost like knock into my computer set because I don't know how to get up properly. Plus, I gotta take my medicine for my heart. I don't think.
Oh my God, I need to take some medicine for my heart, Bobby.
I don't think anyone on for those that are brand new to the podcast, yeah, I have a heart condition. It sucks. For those of you that have heard it before, don't wish it upon anyone. I really don't. It sucks, and the only way I can get this thing to stop is if it gets worse and they find where to burn it. They gotta cut like a hole in my leg. They gotta stick a tube-like camera through my leg area, go all the way underneath my heart, and burn that one part to make it stop. Well,
Are they going to do that?
They thought about it, and they said there's really nothing irregular about your heart. I mean, yeah, it'll go off sometimes, but
Go off.
not all the time. So you're pretty good right now. As long as you take your medicine, yeah, you'll have like a little heart flutter every now and then, but
Yeah, it's only your heart. It's not that important.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
It just goes off sometimes, a little beeping, you know.
I remember going to the cardiologist, and I was going to get an ultrasound done on my heart. And this makes the second ultrasound I've had in my life. My first one was on my liver. But she had me to take my shirt off, and I'm like, don't feel comfortable about this, but okay. So I take my shirt off. I actually took glasses off first, then shirt. Then I lay down, and she like sticks this like really warm jelly thing on this machine thing that she puts on me. And she applies so much pressure. It was so uncomfortable. She got right on the fat part of my chest, which made it worse. And then she got on top of my nipple, and then around my rib cage, and I hated it.
You think she's going to call you after that?
I don't know. But I mean, we did.
Was it as good for her as it was for you?
We did have a nice conversation for a little bit, and then she had me to listen to my heart, and one of the beats to it, she said, your heart has different beats. I'm like, I thought it was like all one beat. She's like, no, it's all one. It's like your heart has different beats in certain sections of the heart. So I heard one, I'm like, okay, that's not bad. And then I heard the other one, I'm like, okay, pretty good. And then I heard another one, I'm like, you know, if you put like some rap lyrics to it, I can understand it.
No?
Yeah, it's like Whiplash when you're off tempo.
Yeah.
Is that what it's like?
Yeah, it was something like that. And then I told her, I'm like, you know, if that could go into iTunes chart, you know, just have that playing for maybe about 3 minutes 25 seconds, rip it off, send it to iTunes, a little bit of lyrics to it, you know, make
Have a Young Thug feature.
Yeah, something like that. And
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, well, that's if the doctor lets you. I'm like, I gotta get a copy of that.
Oh.
So yeah, it was fun. When I left though, my my right pectoral area super sore, and I did check for bruising. There was no bruising at all. It was just so super sore. I've actually injured myself once. My whole right side fell down a set of steps, twisted my pinky, severely bruised, or not pinky, it was my pinky toe, severely bruised, and I could barely walk for a while. It hurt.
Good story.
Well, have you both ever fell down a set of steps?
No, can't
no.
say I have, actually.
I fell running up a pair of steps. A pair of steps. Steps.
Pair of steps.
Set of steps, that's what it is.
Just 2 whole steps he fell.
Yeah.
Well, the thing was, I was walking my mom down the steps, and if she like goes and steps on the wrong step, she loses her
It's done for.
balance. Yeah, she's basically done for the night. But she was walking down the steps, and I wasn't watching what I was doing. I was clowning around, and
You're like, hey mom, watch this.
And I didn't watch my step. Man, I can like vision it to this very moment. My right foot was on the edge of the step. I swung my left leg up in the air, and my right foot slipped under me, and I went, oh no. I went down 5 sets of stairs, and I bruised all my fat.
All your fat?
Just on the right side.
Alright.
Yeah, it hurt. And then I cried.
Did you look like Two-Face afterwards?
I cried a lot because it hurt. I'm emotional. I'm an emotional wreck. I'm a crybaby. I can't believe
You're gonna say that on the podcast?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm a crybaby. I'm
What
fragile.
if somebody uses that against you? They're like, John, I got this recorded when you say you're a crybaby, and you're like, no. And then they play part of that.
It's on a podcast. It's available for the public viewing.
Public
Public
Yeah.
domain.
Yeah.
Is it public domain? Or who's copywriting this?
Well, technically it says I copyrighted, but I don't know who copyrights it. Probably Anchor. I could be wrong.
Yo, Anchor owns you.
Well,
Oh, shit.
technically Anchor is a subsidiary platform for Spotify. So basically Spotify owns the podcast.
So, Dom, what kind of seasoning would you put on a salad?
Oh, that's a
Ranch.
good one.
Ranch, hands down. I'm a ranch guy.
How is that a seasoning? That's a condiment.
Okay, sorry. Seasoning, no seasoning.
No seasoning?
No seasoning. Sorry, I got so excited because I thought no one would ever ask me what I like on my salad.
What about pizza? What would you go for pizza?
I just like pizza just normal. Like just
like Domino's,
just a
right?
nice pepperoni pizza.
I like
I don't
pepperoni,
do
my
anything
man.
crazy with it.
I like
Like I don't do anything crazy with it.
I like
Too generic.
pepperoni, mushroom, black olives. That's my pizza.
I do enjoy the cheesy bread though with a little bit of marinara.
Man,
I like me some stuff crushed.
You're both
Italian
making me
seasoning's
really
pretty good,
hungry
actually.
right now.
Now I'm thinking about it.
I'm like really hungry right now.
Yeah, at 12 o'clock at midnight. I can't do nothing about it.
Yeah. Sucks. we were making cake earlier. I don't really care too much for the cake that was made. I mean, it's pretty good without the cream pudding filling to it.
Mhm.
But the cake we had before, man, I crushed that like no tomorrow. It was really good.
Okay, John, quick, favorite pie.
Don't have one.
Okay, Dom, quick, favorite pie.
Chocolate pie.
Ew.
Chocolate pie. What?
I don't know.
Well, maybe that's not ew. I don't know. It just depends on the day.
I like pumpkin. Pumpkin
Pumpkin's not bad at all.
pie. Yeah,
I
pumpkin's
wouldn't say
good.
that's my favorite, but it's pretty good.
Apple is an acquired taste. I don't always like apple. Apple's kind of eh.
Here's a good question, and I may regret asking this, depending on anyone listening to this though. Do you think pineapple belongs on pizza?
No.
I mean, my sister likes it, but I'm like, how do you like that?
I was chastised about it because, like I said, I don't think it belongs on pizza, and I was asked why, and I said because it's basically
Too sweet.
It's a sweetener.
Exactly.
Why would you add a sweetener on something that has nothing sweet in it at all? And I can't remember who said, but someone was like, well, technically, it's a fruit, and so is tomato. I'm like, well, tomato can also be a vegetable too, because it is classified as both a vegetable and a fruit, depending on what you use it for.
But you're not using it as a tomato. You're using it for the sauce, right?
Well, yeah. So in that sense, it would be used as a vegetable.
Yeah, you're not really using it for.
I just don't get it. Like people, what's the deal? My God, I'm starting to sound like Jerry
What's the
Seinfeld.
deal
What's
with
the deal with airplanes?
Yeah.
I love Jerry Seinfeld.
I love Seinfeld too.
It would be such a huge honor to have him on the podcast. Really would be.
Yo, everybody that's listening to this, tweet my boy Jerry.
Yeah, right.
Tell him Jon wants him on the podcast.
Please do it for free. I don't pay anyone to do this. Just have a conversation. That's about it.
Listen, Seinfeld, I'll teach you how to run a YouTube channel if you do the My Boys podcast for free. We'll give you some YouTube
channel,
tips.
right?
Does he?
I think.
Don't know.
Well, we'll teach you how to actually get viewers because apparently no one knows if you have a YouTube channel or not.
Comedians in what was it? Comedians in cars getting coffee or something?
Yep.
That's what he does.
Oh,
Comedians
So
in
he
cars
is?
getting coffee.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a YouTube channel. I think that's a Netflix thing.
And probably because he did one with Obama, and that was funny because he couldn't leave the White House property with the president in the car, and then the president gets into the driver's seat. He tries to leave. Security guard comes up towards him. He's like, "Sir, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to turn around." He's like, "But I'm the president." "I'm sorry, sir. You're going to have to turn around." He's like, "I can't believe it. I'm the president." It was just funny. He was just bickering because he's the president. He can't leave. Like,
I'm going back home, Mom.
He's like, "I can't believe this. I'm the president of the United States and they can't let me leave." Oh, man.
Follow him everywhere, dude.
Well, yeah. Like, he just got a little frustrated because he couldn't leave for, one moment. But now he can. Unless he has, what you call it, Secret Service following him as a former president. Some former presidents have Secret Service following them.
I think all of them do, John.
Maybe.
What's gonna happen when Dom gets canceled?
When I get canceled?
Yeah.
I
From
thought
what?
I thought he was about to say cancer.
I know. That's was like, shoot. I mean,
No. Canceled, a cancer. Why would Dom get cancer?
I am Cancer. I was born
Oh,
in
I'm a
July.
Cancer too. I'm born in July.
Cancer
Dude,
babies,
buds.
where you at?
Yeah. Shout out to the Cancer boys.
Shout out to the they were born.
I don't know if that's a great thing to say for a shout out.
No, that's our it's the zodiac sign
I'm
thing.
Aquarius.
I said
we're-
astrological.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I saw this earlier today.
I'm Aquarius. Water.
Astrological.
Yeah, I said that
Water.
by accident. I meant to say zodiac.
Yeah. All right.
Well, anyway, I would go further into this, but
How many hours are we on? What hour are we on? We're on hour 2?
no,
Hour 2?
we're on 1 hour and 2 minutes.
We would have been on like 2 hours if we didn't have to do the second take, which was an hour in also.
Hey. I didn't know Jon didn't want me to say that on the podcast.
Should have said it.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I heard that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
I
heard it clearly.
What'd I say then?
I'm gonna kill you.
Yo, Jon, you can't say that to me.
Dang, John, that's kind of.
Jon, that's aggressive. You're the host. You're supposed to keep it professional.
I was repeating what you said. I'm a journalist.
You don't know that. What? Oh.
Quote,
You know who
unquote.
else says they're a journalist? I don't know if I'm allowed to say this.
Don't.
Oh, I can't get political, Jon.
No. That's one thing. I don't want this podcast ever being political ever again.
Ever again? What happened the first time?
It was horrible. It stressed me out. I grew pimples in places I didn't want pimples growing.
Welcome back to Political BS.
Nope. Anyway. That is all the
Remember
time.
when you were gonna do that show?
That's all the time that I have for now.
Join us next week for when Jon gets an aneurysm for having to hear Dom talk about Arma all day. Peace out.
That is a pain in the butt too. You need to find a new game besides Arma.
I
Anyway,
didn't talk about it at all.
but you do play it a lot. And I mean
You
a
gotta have
lot.
something to do in your downtime.
Fortnite.
Come on, I played that for like the entire
PW.
summer with my little brother. I played that for 2 years,
Play for
maybe 4 years
yourself.
straight.
Play for yourself. Anyway,
Well, we had a great save going. Anyway,
thank you both so much for joining.
Yeah.
Technically, this was supposed to be the one with Dom, but Dom wanted Dane in, and I'm like, okay, let's bring.
I'm glad you both
need a
showed
backup.
up to this podcast. I
Yeah.
enjoyed your company, Dom. You did great.
Thank you, you too.
John, I hope we can have you back actually next week.
Yeah, I hope we can get Jon back on here.
I
It's pretty
really
good.
hope to be back on my own podcast.
We'll see. We'll see about it. We got to talk to the producers.
Maybe. Well, until then, thank you, Dom, for coming by. Thank you, Dane, for being you. It means a lot. Anyway, thank you all so much. And until then, I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now. Oh, wait. One more thing. All my stuff is in the details. It's in the description. Follow it. Subscribe. Do what you gotta do.
Like, share, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter.
Actually, there is a Twitter for the Uncle Jon Podcast. Yeah.
And an Instagram.
Yeah. It's in the details. Just go to it. You'll find it. Till then, see you all soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.